And we're live. We're live, and I'm sharing a screen. Let's share the screen. Hey everyone, it's Pirate Broadcast, and I'm Russ Johns. And I want to let me get back in here. There we go. I'm back in Arizona today, and I wanted to do a highlight show because I get so many questions on the side. I know it's difficult on the show to interact on LinkedIn Local or LinkedIn Live as the show is going on with a guest, and I get a lot of questions on the side about what and how do I do this process. And video is so incredibly powerful, and I've been doing teaching, training, um, technology for years, and so this process, even though I'm not, you know, I don't know everything, I know a few things, and so I've developed these systems over years and years of kind of testing, evaluating, understanding some of the things that could connect. And right now, you have the best opportunity in the world to get on board, understand what LinkedIn can do, understand what YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and to even TikTok, all of these platforms have a unique personality. And as a brand or an individual that wants to share a gift, you have an opportunity to get out there and do this thing called video. You have an opportunity to get online and understand what it means to be able to connect with individuals. I've connected with some amazing individuals in the last, I don't know, several years, and more now on the Pirate Broadcast. I mean, it's amazing to me how many people actually engage and connect, and also, just engage and not say anything, not even ask any questions. They're just hanging out. And I had a gentleman yesterday. He says, "John, hi, John." Um, he suggested, hey, sometimes I I see you before I see my girlfriend. It's like, I don't know if that's good or bad, but I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And that's the thing that we have an opportunity to do is take video and take some of these things out and uh, understand what it is that we want to share and produce some results with that. So it's amazing. And also, if you didn't know this, I'm taking each episode of Pirate Broadcast and I'm creating a podcast from it, and I'm also posting it on my website. So if you go here and you go to the Pirate Broadcast, let me put this in here. I'm going to put this in here. If you go here, oh, I'm going to get to this in a minute, and I'm going to answer a few more questions about how I do this because I think it's important. Okay. I don't chew gum a lot because, well, I can't do two things at once very well. Multitasking isn't my skill set. But russjohns.com/pirate broadcast. And if you go to russjohns.com, you can, there's a big red button there that says access the Pirate Broadcast. The beautiful thing about this, though, and the thing I'm excited about is that I don't know where you're going to want to find me. I don't know how you're going to consume my information and my, comments or someone else's comments. I'm bringing interesting people on to do interesting things. So it's not for me to say what you want to do or where you want to go. So what I've done is I've been able to, let me just share my screen here. And if you go to, like, Bryn Tillman was the other day, and so she's an awesome individual that is talking about sales. We all need sales, right? So I can go to do more. Let me hide this brand here for a second. All right. I'm going to hide this brand. And so all of a sudden Welcome to Pirate Broadcast. Now, this blue button here is the most important one because if you want to get notified every time I launch an episode and share this information out, just get notified and you'll receive an email and say, thank you, welcome to the Pirate Broadcast. And then every day when I launch an episode, Mel, she processes my stuff for me. She gets this all together and puts it in place, and then she publishes it, and then all of a sudden you get notified that there's a new Pirate Broadcast. How cool is that? And if you're listening to the podcast, what I'm showing you is a screen of my website that says Pirate Broadcast. So now if you scroll down, and I mean this is all experiment. You don't have to do a certain thing a certain way. Start shipping, start getting out there, start producing some content where people can understand who you are and what you do and why you do it and who you help. That's so important. So now here's the video. So right here on this page is the video of what the episode was about. Now I take the audio file, and what I do is I take the audio file and I run it through another program, and then what I end up with is a balanced audio of the content. Then I put it on a podcast. Listen to the podcast. So if you're traveling, and you can subscribe to this, it's on Spotify, it's on Apple, it's on all kinds of platforms, and more all the time. Is if I put it out there to other platforms as well. So it's available. It's this is the point I'm making. And I'm not pointing this out to tell you, how cool I am. I'm telling you this because I want you to understand that you have the opportunity to be a pirate, go out and broadcast with no reservations. There's simple ways to start, and I want to help you do that. So if you have something that you're stuck about, ask a question, and I'll do these Q&As and I'll answer your questions. In fact, let me go in. I'm going to go in because, as you know, LinkedIn doesn't always make it easy for us to find our stuff. Get in. Let me get to the feed here. I'm going to go down to see all activity. I'm going to go to posts. Okay, so I got 13 comments. If you have... Now I'm going to... Let me turn it down. Kenyatta, yes. Lee, Jeff Young, hey there. Brenda, joining in from Cincinnati, not too far from you. Vicky O'Neill, I just saw the place you have your live episodes and received your emails. Kudos. That's awesome. So here's the thing is Julie, and then Lee, David Riley. Thank you, David. You are very cool yourself. And so here's the thing is these are all tools that I've, because I'm curious about this stuff and I love technology and I enjoy learning about it. So it's not a chore for me. So some people get overwhelmed by it. They, it's like, oh, how do I do this? And it's really challenging for a lot of people. But back to this, and then I just put a transcript together. So if you'd rather read it, the transcript, I don't edit the transcript. It comes out just as the machine learning transcript does. So it's, I haven't corrected it. If it comes out, it comes out. The point is it's content that's being pushed out to people that may need it. You may need it now. You may need it later. The guests that we have on the Pirate Broadcast, like Vicky O'Neill, I mean, bringing nuggets of knowledge all the time. Jeff Young, on the podcast, it's like very, very, and we're going to have Kenyatta, Seth Marlowe, he's another one you need to follow. So these people and these individuals in the community here are all people that contribute something to the community. We're all contributing something. And this is a little piece of what I contribute. And some of the things that I love to contribute are these techniques and these solutions that actually work. So my point is that we're in a place, we're in a position where we can actually create content very quickly, very easily. My mic just jumped up, so and we can actually do this as a community. And I just think it's so cool that we can do this. And there's a real necessity to just get started. And I know I love video. So video, and here's something I'm offering. I didn't do the the Black Friday sale. I didn't do the Cyber Monday sale or anything like that. However, I am going to be doing a workshop, and it's going to be 2 or 3 hours, small group, and I'm getting this set up. And it's going to be a small group of individuals that want to know how to create video and a video strategy. Who is it for? It's going to be for individuals that are at the point where they know they need to get to somewhere else in their business. They need to grow and they need to expand, and they want to bring video into their strategy. They want to utilize video as a strategy in their business to actually make results take place. And so, I don't necessarily like selling or pitching my products, but this thing is, I've been asked to do this so many times, and it's just, I have to give back. I want to make sure that people have the opportunity to do this. And so this Wednesday, I was in Houston. I was traveling. I was with my son. We had Thanksgiving, and I met clients, met some new people, did some work there. And while I was there, I was in a group of individuals, and they were talking about video, and they were talking about technology, and they were saying, hey, yeah, just give it to a 12-year-old and, they'll figure it out. Because it's like, well, yeah, that's one part of the equation. That's the technology side of the equation. You could figure out how to operate a camera and how to, operate, the platforms that do this kind of work. And that nothing is overwhelming. Nothing has to be overwhelming. Nothing has to be too complicated. Build a strategy that works for you. If you're used to carrying a phone around, use your phone. If you're used to carrying, using your computer, use your computer. Whatever works, whatever is necessary. Anyway, I'm getting off track. I'm on a rant. So let me get me back on track. There's a couple more Q&A questions we have here today. I just want to mention the fact that I am going to be doing some workshops, and I'm going to create a mastermind. I'm creating a mastermind to help others that want to go deeper, that want to build a community around video and doing this. So Brenda, oh yeah. It's so Gina, yeah, that's a great point. Gina brings up the point of so many people want it perfect before they launch. And I'm going to talk about this a little bit because this is absolutely critical. And Gina, if you can figure this out or communicate this in the comments, it'd be great. But here's the reality. It's just like a musical instrument. Once you start practicing, you can hear the notes that are not quite there yet. You can play the note, and there's a way that you can play it, and then you can play the note. It's like, yeah. And so the only way that we can actually improve is to put something out there, hear it back, and then just continue to get that feedback loop going to where we see it, we feel it, we own it, we improve on it, and this is what I call a part of it is the traffic circle. We got a traffic circle going because we want to be able to have this information just you know, the information is critical. What you're seeing now is, you're seeing TikTok with, 10-second clips, and it's a concept and a message that is crystal clear. It's getting out there, and it's making a point about something that you're doing. And it's so critical that you start and you get something produced and you start doing something. And then that, when you review it, and you can improve it. If you don't put it out there, you can't review it and you can't improve it. It's all in your head, and it's going to stay in your head, and it's going to continue and improve. As long as you keep it in your head, it's not going to get any, it's not going anywhere. The mind is where dreams go to die sometimes. So don't allow your great ideas to live inside your head. Share something about them. Get started. Produce something. Get it out there. Because now, more than any other time in the history of mankind, it's out there. Once it's out there, it can be improved. It can be improved on. It could be shared. It can be, developed. And if we just keep it in our heads, who are we helping? No one. This is awesome. So, very cool. And what else we got? We got new comments. Thank you, Gina. Kenyatta. I just have to give you, everyone, just a moment of gratitude. Doing this kind of thing every single day really brings joy to it just fills my soul. And I've been doing this a long time. I've been teaching for a long time. I started out teaching safety, years ago, and defensive driving and all these kinds of different classes, forklift safety. And the thing that it taught me is that we all have a talent. We all have a gift. We all have a gift. And I don't know why I'm so passionate about this, because it's really about the idea that we can actually share these gifts, and we can produce results with these gifts, and we can impact somebody else's life. Because you don't know, smiles are free. Kindness is cool. It's that whole mentality that you have an opportunity to impact someone in your life. You don't know what it's going to be. You don't know how it's going to land. You don't know where it's going to come from. And if you just develop some content, put it out there in a positive light, and things are going to land, and somebody will be impacted. You will have an impact. You have an impact on the world every single day. So I'm just gonna. What did Jeff Young say? You might want to use a better tool. I'm sure there's a better tool. It's there. I haven't corrected them all at all, Jeff. And if you have a better tool, if you let me know, and let me just. Here's a tool that I use. I use Aphonics for the audio, and then I connect. What do I connect to it? Let's see. Let's see what I connect to it. Let me share this again. I use Aphonics for this. And then there's another tool that I use. I use an API to connect to this. So, yeah. But to Jeff's point, here's an example of exactly what I'm talking about. Until I put it out there, I don't get the feedback, right? If I never did a transcript, Jeff wouldn't be able to say, hey, what is going on with this transcript? You need to use a better tool. Google even uses a tool. Amazon has a tool that can transcript There's a lot of tools out there. So my point is until I put it out there, until you put something out there, there's no feedback. And, people are so afraid of criticism, and you just have to recognize that it's not. Criticism is good. I mean, not mean, malicious criticism. And there are bits of information that are really useful, and people can provide, just like Jeff here. Jeff, you're awesome. Thank you so much. I love that. And so if you have an opportunity, put something out there, and it's like, okay, well, somebody's going to give me feedback. I'm in masterminds. That's why I'm in masterminds, to get some feedback. And it's a safe opportunity. It's a safe group, and I can do something that's simple and easy. And it's really, it's a community, just like LinkedIn, just like YouTube, just like Facebook. You have communities that you can go to, and you can develop a smaller community that might be able to provide feedback in an easier way. So at Phonics, I use this for years for podcasting, and I can actually do transcriptions, and it'll automatically post my podcast, and I post it over to Spreaker, and there's a whole bunch of things that go on, and I can't really go into everything that I do in one show. But Sherry Lolly, you're in the room. Thank you so much. Gina, I'm looking forward to our conversation. Caring about your audience is key. I mean, there's so many things that are important and critical to our Kingsley. We all have something to offer. Absolutely, we have something to offer. Everybody has something to offer. And Brenda, Brenda says Rev works. Yeah, Rev does work. And then, it's like there's a couple of different ways that I can do this. And here's the thing is, we all have a process. And you have a process, and you can actually develop your workflow, just like running your business. You could be an accountant, there's a process. You could be a film director, there's a process. You could be a carpenter, there's a process. And everybody does it in their own unique way that works for them. And I love that. I love the interesting people doing interesting things. It's a concept. We're in it together, Jeff. That's right. Rising tide raises all boats. A high tide raises all boats. So we have an opportunity to work together. And I love the fact that we're coming together on a podcast like this, a broadcast like this, or a transcription that needs work. And the whole point is that it's really useful to be able to, okay, let me ask you a question. If you're in the room, do you feel that the transcription, do you feel that the transcription should be corrected verbatim and put out there in a format that is more story format? Or should it be adopted to reflect the show? Or should it be accurate? Should I put more time in the accuracy of the transcription? I'm just kind of curious. Hey, Maureen, love you. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your feedback, because I've produced, 30, 40 of these episodes, and a lot of the early episodes I didn't get on because I wasn't multicasting with them. So I need to probably do something to invite those guests back. Jay Andrews, Jay was out there for you early on, and Rodrigo Martinez is coming back. He's in January. I want to bring some of these people back that, Patrick Ward, he's probably going to be back. there's so many opportunities out there that even hosting a show is a process. Yes, Kingsley, absolutely. Absolutely. And so as we go through our day and we go through our lives and we go through these processes that we've developed, we can always improve them. And the only way that you can improve them is to put them out there, to get it out there, share it with the world, get some feedback, and create a feedback loop that allows you to see what resonates with people, see what people say, and provide a solution for the people that are asking for that solution. It's pretty straightforward. I think it would be ideal if when the show notes are more story or blog post recap for folks. I don't disagree. If there are how-tos and part of the critical, but all the words are needed. Or two says, so that's perfect feedback. That's great feedback. It's like I've put a lot of emphasis and energy into the show and getting guests on and putting that together. Now I'm building out the rest of the workflow. And so if the show notes and everything about the show notes are if I get feedback that, hey, that would be nice to be able to have some more appropriate show notes, then hey, then you can actually respond and say, okay, then the decision becomes, okay, am I willing to put the time in for that? Or do I just abbreviate it and leave the transcriptions out and then just put shorter show notes on like how-tos, like Gina was saying? Or do I expand it and get a better tool like Brenda was suggesting, like rev.com? There's no right answer. There's no right answer. It's and if I listen to enough people, it'll be confusing as well. So part of it is what works for me and what works for you on your workflow and what allows us to produce results that people are going to resonate with and create value. Creating value, I think, is the most important part of the thing. John. Hey, John. Didn't see the cross. Temi comes to mind. I've used Temi as well. I've used Google. Google has an API too, and it's free. So I don't know the quality or the accuracy of it. And I could hire a VA. And have it all corrected verbatim. And there's always options. Time, money, investment. Typically, I'm on a roll to get these out the same day as they were produced. I have the workflow built out for that. So if I take an extra time or an extra amount of time and do a corrected transcript, if I take the transcript and maybe that could add some time to it, that could delay it a day or so. Not a big deal. So we'll have to see how that rolls out. I like it. I like the opportunity to have these discussions, and I really appreciate the fact that you're here. Now, I also want to remind everyone that, I love LinkedIn Live. It's not the easiest to get the comments back, and I appreciate all the people coming in. Brenda, Vicky, John, Sherry, Kenyatta, Maureen, Kingsley. I just really appreciate the fact that you're here. Seth, Jeff, Vicky O'Neill, everybody that's joined in today are just amazing individuals that you need to connect with. So if you see somebody in the comments, they already come recommended. All right. So connect as a community, come back and join me on the Pirate Broadcast. And I got Max tomorrow. John, you're on Friday. I got your image. I'm going to update the image. Sometimes, downloading and uploading creates a little little image challenge. So got that out there. And here's the thing is, I'm so far from perfect. It's insane. And I continue to test these things. I continue to evaluate them. I continue to learn. I'm curious. I'm asking questions, and I want to help other people do what they need to do to share their gift. And so that's the value of what we're doing here. And I really appreciate the fact that you're here. I have all the gratitude in the world. And I want to wrap it up. I got Max tomorrow. Matt. Yeah. Uh, who is tomorrow? Hold on. No, I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's out there. It's already been posted. So, and then John is on Friday. And I just love the fact that we can connect with people all over the world and do these things. So I want to wrap it up. I just wanted to create a little episode here every week to, kind of do a brain dump, have a chat with the individuals in the sessions, and ask questions, answer questions, and engage, because it's so important that we do this together. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. And tomorrow we'll have another Pirate Broadcast, Monday through Friday, every single day, 7 a.m. Arizona time. And it can be also found on russjohns.com/PirateBroadcast. Every episode is going to be posted there. Transcriptions, good or bad, are going to end up there. Video, the audio file. And so I look forward to future episodes and inviting interesting people in, doing interesting things. And kindness is cool. Smiles are free. And you enjoy the day.